Hi there, this is Kathy Crow. Thank you for joining me. This is the Crow Cottage. It's nice to see you here. And, oh man, I'm trying to, today, I am a little late because I didn't set my clock exactly right. And for some reason, my Facebook is not, it never is really working right. But anyway, we're going to do framed florets today. This is a new set. It's really cute. And I'm going to show you the paper and, the dies are really cool. You're going to like those. They're really nice. So, I didn't get this set immediately because I didn't really need a lot more flowers. I've got a ton of flowers and you can see there's some really nice ones. I like the ones that are uncolored a lot. There aren't as many lines in them. And then that way you can shade them the way you want to. When there are a lot of detailed lines in the flowers, it actually makes them easier to color one color. But if you want to do a lot of shading with it, then you are going to want to have less lines. I'm having a hard time getting I have to put this on my phone to see comments. For some reason, hey Andy, I actually could see that you were here. I'm shocked. It's even on my phone, it's not very cooperative. It doesn't show me the comments a lot of the time unless I'm like constantly touching the screen. And so it's just made it really difficult. Maybe if I got a tablet, maybe that would work. I don't know. My computer had stopped doing anything. It wasn't showing me anything. So Andy, it's pretty cold where you are right now, I think. It's still pretty nice here. By Friday, it's supposed to get down to 30 something at night, and then it's probably going to stay that. It's been really nice in the day, although it's cloudy today. Not raining, but it's cloudy. So anyhow, at least I don't think you have wind today. Wind is not so much a friend, for us, is it? I'm not ever really all that fond of wind. So the wind here is a lot easier to take, a lot easier. Okay, I'm trying to get this in the screen. You're going to be able to see my offer, which is going to be probably the same all the time anymore. I don't know whether it's easier for me to change my camera direction or this direction. I don't know. But anyhow, for every order, you're going to get a pack of free cards. I have a whole bunch. And today, first of all, I'm going to start with this. This is the candy cane one. I know you're wondering why I'm calling it frame florets. We are getting to this. I'm actually including the paper in this because the paper is really cool. But if you're anything like me, you've got a whole bunch of floral paper, and you do want the framed florets suite. Because in the suite, it's just easier to order everything that way. There are these really nice little swirled gold embellishment things, and they are very pretty. You're gonna love those. And anyway, so let me show you the paper first of all. So this is a new thing that's come out just a few days ago, I think. And it's good through January. So, oh boy, I see I'm still like, I'm crooked. Very crooked. I don't know if I can really solve that problem today. Today, I'm just going to be a little crooked. Now, I colored some of this paper because that's what I'm doing with it. This is the back side of the framed florets suite. You can see I'm using my alcohol markers and you can see through that, but I'm going to use this part. I wanted to show you how I did it. So this is what the little berries look like, though. They're very pretty. There's a hint of green on them, but you can color them, like you can see, you can color them any color. And I thought with this evergreen background, this is going to be really nice for a Christmas card. And that doesn't go in with it. But here's the other ones. Let's see. I've used a bunch of this one, apparently. Again, a lot of florals. This one, the dies cut those flowers out. So I'm going to show you that later. a lot of nice blues and greens. I haven't used it yet. None of these sheets have I actually used. Today I am going to use that one. That one will be nice. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it while we're on, but that's what we're going to do. I think that's it. Nope, there's one more. Oh, no, this is the one I wanted to use. I don't know. I might use both of those. This one has this really nice evening evergreen buffalo check. I really like that. Oh, Andy, what did you say? You have high wind warnings. Oh, no. Oh, no, on your cul-de-sac. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no. I'm glad that you and your stuff was okay. Isn't that really wild, though, how stuff can get damaged so close to you and then not bother your stuff? And it's just, yeah, you are right to thank God for that, because he's taking good care of you. And we sure pray every time. There's been some, 100 mile per hour. Oh, Andy, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Has it calmed down at all, or is it still blasting? Usually when it had that kind of wind, you could count on it for sure being a 3-day wind before it started to subside. And often, I'll never forget that winter, a few years before the pandemic hit, where I checked it and it didn't stop for 8 months, it seemed like. And I'm really not exaggerating. People probably think I am, but I'm actually not. All right, today I am to make this card. I got the candy cane. This is called Sweetest Christmas, but it goes with the candy cane, Sweetest Candy Canes bundle. I didn't get the stamp set. When I saw that the dies cut out these candy canes, this is way more candy canes than I'll ever need. No, I did. Let me take that back. I think I did buy it. Oh, brother. I probably did, just because I figured I needed the sentiments on it. I'm looking over in my Christmas area to see if I did buy it. I'm thinking now maybe I did, but anyway, I'll look at it later. I might have just bought the dies because I really wanted this. This is a nice background die cut piece that, you can use this for all kinds of things, not just Christmas, but I've seen them double these up too. So you get one this way and one going the other way, and that looks really cool. So I haven't played with it. I've got one cut out ready to go, but I'm just going to use a couple of these candy canes. And I did just use the regular, where are they? They're here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Just use these dies. It does give you 2 candy canes going one in each direction. That's so handy. There is a label that has these little circular cutouts. I'm probably not going to be using that too often. And I did save from my last project just a little bit, just a tiny bit, in case I wanted to use that tiny scrap. But anyhow, the candy canes do have some pink and mint on one of them. That's kind of nice. What do you think about that, Andy? Do you like that? I'm not so sure. But here's the other piece that I'm using this background. And I want to show you what I'm going to do with this here in a minute. For now, we're just going to... I have actually fussy cut out a couple of those. If you got the Scotty dog... with one of these cut out and sticking in his mouth, it looks really cool. So it's just the right size for the little, not that you would want to give your dogs a candy cane. I wouldn't recommend it, but okay. This is a very simple card. We're going to start with a real red background. I do have a couple of Dad's jokes for you. I found some new ones. Oh, here we go. Let's do this really quick before I even get going on anything else. We'll get the coloring part done. So this is the candy cane paper that I cut out, and then I am just taking soft succulent, and I'm going to do the dark soft succulent. Get my glasses off because I can't do this part with glasses on very easily. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it this way so I don't get, if I don't have it exactly this right direction, I'm gonna get lost, because I'm just doing the first little section here like this with the dark evening evergreen. And you can see I left this section in the middle open and blank because my cardstock is going to be covering that. So I don't have to do every bit. I'm just showing you what I did. I've got this piece, this card up on Pinterest right now, and I won't be doing a tutorial for it. I figured if anybody is curious how I made the DSP, they can watch this video and find out. So that's the soft succulent and the dark soft succulent, light one and dark one. This is the dark real red. And then I'm just gonna go in this line right here and cover that. And then this is gonna coordinate really nicely with the new berries. I'm leaving one white line. And, you know, you could color it if you want to, but I'm leaving one white line. So that's what it's going to look like at the end. So I didn't do any dark evergreen. It doesn't really, I could, you know. If you wanted to do the evening evergreen, you could do that and maybe a graduated, but I didn't want it. It's already got a lot of green, and this green that's on the back side of this that you start with is more like garden green, and this is definitely evening evergreen and soft succulent. So I needed those greens to change, but I did want to use. I'm trying to use up all of my Christmas paper. I do not want to have a whole bunch of Christmas paper left over. Now, I might need to do a little bit on the edge, but I don't think so. I think I covered it well enough. I'm going to set that aside. This part is this berry paper right here. And what I did with this is just take your real red and then just the light. Oh, that's the dark one, isn't it? Let me look. Yep, that's the dark one. I actually want to use the brush part of the light one just on the top of these berries. I'm showing you this just to show you how quick you can do this. Okay, this doesn't have to take a long time. I'm going to make sure I get all the, I'm not going to need that big of a space. Now I'm getting the dark one and just going on the bottom. This one, I'm going to go a little bit neater and tidier. And then I'll use that light one again to just blend that line in. But this way you get a two-tone berry without having to spend hours and hours working on each berry. Okay, I really don't even need to do anything with those, but if there's a line that looks like it needs fixing, just give it a quick brush right there, and that's it. Oops, that one looks pretty sloppy. Okay, there we go. All right, and that is that. Isn't that pretty? Just together? Wouldn't yellow? I think yellow would look really good there too. What do you think? I think yellow would be. Oh, pink. Yes. Pink is good. Pink would be really good with this, Andy. I think you're right. I just need a tiny, tiny piece. So let me grab my ruler really quick and see how big. This is a standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. And I am gonna, oops, it would help if I had it in the right direction. This is 3, looks like it's about 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. Do you have all of your Christmas cards made? Okay, I'm gonna go 4 1/2 on this side. And then we'll cut. I'm gonna cut, I've got a teeny tiny piece of berry there and I don't want to color anymore, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so 4 1/2, and now we're gonna go 3 1/2. And then that leaves me a nice strip there still of some red berry if I need it. Let's see if that's the right size. Yep, it is. Okay, and then that's gonna go on a piece of red cardstock. So let's cut that out. I think I have all my Christmas cards made. I've been working on them for quite some time, here and there. So do you know what the nut said to the other nut in a game of tag? Okay, picture a game of tag. What would one nut say to another nut? I love those. Speaking of nuts, the squirrel, the little squirrel thing. I think the squirrels would go really good with this. All right. I'm just giving myself a little teeny tiny bit of border. And if it was 3 1/2, I would suspect I'm doing 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. I'm really not bothering to measure it out. I'm just kind of looking at it here. And then we're going to do that and glue this on. What did one nut say to the other nut? And I'm going to have to, I can't give you any hints, because if I gave you a hint on this, it would give it away totally. It has something to do with the name of a nut, so I cannot give you a name. You crack me up. That's a good one. That actually is really good. You might like that one better than the one I'm gonna tell you. The catch, the punchline. You might like your own punchline better. Hey Trudy, do you know what the answer is, Trudy? What did one nut say to the other nut? And if I use the name of the nut, it's gonna be a dead giveaway. All right, so we colored that DSP. Now we're gonna lay this one right on here. Now you could do dimensionals if you want, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to put kind of fat ribbon on here. And first, before I do that, I want to make sure this is the right size. Now, I think I cut this out correctly, but let's just double check here. Actually, let's do this one first. Let's go 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's I'm gonna cash you, as in catch you. I'm gonna cash you. Haha. That's what the answer is. Do you like yours better? Your answer? I think I need to trim just a little bit off on the end here. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Right there. Well, how did the two cats end their fight? This is a good one. How did the two cats end their fight? We don't have cats much in the neighborhood anymore. I don't know what happened to them. Well, I do. The one lady moved, and she must have taken her cat, and it took her a while. I thought she was going to just leave it because she had left. The cat was still here, hanging around the neighborhood. It was perfectly healthy, and it wasn't here very long. But I thought, great, she's just leaving that cat, and it's probably made so many friends in the neighborhood that it would be fine. But the only reason I didn't like it was because it caught our cardinals in the backyard. It would sit on the back fence, and I had to move all of our feeders away from the fence because I thought it was too stupid of a cat to actually catch any birds. But then one day I was sitting out there watching them and enjoying them, and a beautiful red cardinal landed on the fence, and that cat was hiding on the other side of the fence, like on the little bar that's just down a little bit. And man, it swooped right up and caught that thing, and I'm sure it killed it, and I'm sure it probably didn't even eat it, you know, and we wouldn't even know what to do with it, most likely. Anyhow, so that's why I wasn't happy about that cat still hanging around, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Jeff said he saw one that we used to see hanging around our neighborhood quite a bit, like up a few blocks. And I thought, you are so funny. You're the one that would recognize a cat. And he said, I know it was that one because it was, do you remember the tabby that was in, you know, he gives a detailed description of this cat, which is so funny, because that is what I would do with a plant. He would do that with a cat. And when it's a plant, he would be yawning and thinking, you know, she's such a nut that she even knows, you know, that. But anyway, I was laughing about him with a cat. Sheesh. Oh, do you remember this yarn, soft yarn, red ribbon? I loved this ribbon. Is this still in the catalog? I'm gonna look. I don't think it is. I think that yarn ribbon, they got rid of it a long time ago, and they shouldn't have. And it could be, look at that. There's just 2 pages of ribbons. Oh my goodness. 2 pages, are you kidding me? I use so much more ribbon than that. So I'm gonna wrap this around. I better wait till I get my candy canes on here, huh? All right, so Stylish Shapes has all of these circle shapes, has square shapes, and it has these flag shapes. So I'm gonna use this first, and we're gonna just glue this down, right? Oops, make sure I got the right side. We're gonna glue this one right here where it's kind of sticking. I don't really want to hide all my berries. Let's turn the card this way and we'll hide this one berry. Okay, I'm gonna stick that right here. And then I cut out some of these circles that are the smaller ones, and instead of putting it right in the middle, I'm gonna put it kind of to the side because I want my candy cane sticking up here. And the stamp set I'm gonna use for this Noel is Framed and Festive. Does this Framed and Festive, I think the name Framed is what made me think I want to put this with, even though it's all Christmas. I don't know. I think, or maybe I just hadn't used it right. When I got it out, I noticed that it said Noel. I love that. That's a good one. I don't use that sentiment all that often for Christmas, and but it's one that I really like. Get some real red, and we'll stamp that just right here on the side. Oops, I kind of upped it a bit. Oh well, not enough to really worry about. I can just leave that. All right, so what did the 2 cats, how did the 2 cats end their fight? Perfectly. Oh, Andy, that's a great answer. Perfectly. That is a really good one, but here's the answer that Dad's jokes gave. They hissed and made up. That would be good to go with your perfectly, though. Hissed and made up. That is a good one. You come up with clever answers. I was never good at this, but at least the one good thing about school is that there's always people who are happy to, cover up the fact that you're not very good with jokes. That is going to kind of drive me crazy, this little tiny spot. I think I'm going to take my little white gel pen and try to cover it up just a little bit. And it does a little. It doesn't perfectly, but it does a little bit. Red's pretty tough. Once you've flubbed up with red, you're sort of not gonna fix that. Some colors are easier to fix. I think I maybe highlighted it more than covered it. All right, we're gonna glue that on, and then I'm gonna put on those candy canes. This card's almost done. That's why I'm working on the next one already. You see, I knew this one was gonna go super fast. All right, we're gonna glue, no, actually I think I wanna put dimensionals on these. So let's grab, trying to use up my black mini dimensionals. I think when I bought these, I anticipated using them a lot more than I do. That one I'm gonna not put a big line on. This one I can put one big line on there, a couple of smaller ones on the top. This one's going on the bottom. Do you have a big stash of black dimensionals too? It's the one thing, you can't get black dimensionals in the craft store, I don't think. I've never seen them. Okay, it's going, this candy cane's going the wrong direction. I'm gonna have to find the other one. I want this one. I want this one that's going the other direction. So this one, I'm gonna have to, oops, not that way. I'm gonna have to put on my backing again here. so I can kind of keep it on my desk. I'll use it later. We'll do this one instead. Okay. Why did the strawberry cry? Oh, this is a cute one. Why did the strawberry cry? You're going to get this one, I know. Or at least your answer is going to be really close to their answer. Why did the strawberry cry? This morning, I have a friend down at our mail center here, mailing center, as in I went and mailed a package, and the lady said, you know, when I was complaining about the fact that I can't seem to lose a pound, she said she was doing intermittent fasting, which I laughed and said, well, I do fast all the time. But when I asked her to explain her intermittent fasting process, it was much more so than I have done. Because I've been doing like, you know, 1 or 2 meals a day, sometimes 2, but certainly not all the time, regularly for a long time. I mean, it's like the only way I can lose any weight at all. So she said she was doing intermittent fasting and she eats 1 meal a day, seriously. 1. And she said it was easier to do that. And she was keeping it off better by doing that. Now I'm going to leave a big gap here so that I can overlay it onto my, onto this candy cane and not have it be all bulky. So I'm going to leave that whole area. So what do you think about that? I've been doing it, and it actually has been really, really good. And you don't get any more hungry than you would way, generally. I mean, sometimes I do. It kind of depends on a few factors, but generally I'm about the same. Okay, now I could have doubled up the dimensionals and raised it up more, and that would have been fine. You can kind of see it just lays flat on there, and you know, you might want to have it up more, but I just get a little skitterish when I'm putting way too many layers going, and it just gets really difficult to mail a package when it's got like so many layers. Okay. There we go. So cute. All right, now all I have to do is put this on a card. You know, now you're going to want to put a good amount of glue and put it right on here. If you don't want to sit there and hold it down over the ribbon, just take tape and tape it down nice and flat right there, and then that'll make it easier to glue this onto your card base, because you want to put this on a white card base so you can you can write on the inside. All right, now we're moving on to our framed florets. Grab out. Okay, did I do anything in there? No, I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. All right. I wanted to use this paper. And the other thing that I wanted to use today with this is our designer tags. Now, designer tags has, let's get rid of the red. Oh, so many cute little edges. It has these wonderful little leaves that you can cut out. It has a variety of little tags. And tags is something that you can, I took some of that paper and just did this little tag with it. Use up your scraps with your little tags. That's why designer tags, thank you, Andy. The designer tags here's another designer tag. This one's going to go underneath there. Okay. Great way to use up your scraps. This one can go right on top of this one. Okay. All right, so we'll play with the tags here in a bit, but first let's get the card base going. All right. Oops, let's not lose a leaf. I'm going to do a big one, but let's do 4 inches. Because these are 12 by 12, if you're, wanting to save your paper, just cutting it 4 inches is a good way to start out. You're going to go 5 1/4 here. Now you already have a very standard, backing right here that will allow you to have a nice frame. And I think our tags are so fancy and nice. I don't think I'm going to need to do much more with this today. And since I'm going to use, I do have pink out. If we do the other sheet, we'll use pink. But I think for now, we're going to just stick with Evening Evergreen. Andy, when these colors first came out, you said this Evening Evergreen was one of your favorite. Do you still feel that way about it? It's pretty dark. But at the time you told me that, I wasn't as enchanted with it, but I've really grown to like it a lot. It's really pretty. In fact, so pretty that I think we want to show a bit more of it. What have we got here that we could do that with? Let's see. I could always use the half card. Where is it? That split card textures. If you use split card textures, I could get some of this Evening Evergreen right on top. And this floral one's actually pretty nice. It doesn't take up quite as much space as this one. Now you can always cut down any of them to get the size you want. But you kind of need to leave a good edge, which if you're cutting it, you're cutting that edge off. So I think I'm going to cut this out of Evening Evergreen. That way we'll just get a little bit more of our color of Evening Evergreen right in there. Okay, let's do this and this and this. So what I want to do is I want to leave enough of an edge around that I'll have some room to glue it. Do kind of want it to be a straight edge though. It's reasonably straight. It's not perfect, but it's close. Yeah, you're right, Andy. I think the same thing. It does really make the other colors pop. And when I was just looking at the colors straight on, it just seemed kind of dull to me. But now you hit the nail on the head. It's really good with any color at all. Red looks great with it. But so does really everything else. Okay, now I think everything fell out pretty well, but let's double check here. Okay, looking good. All right, now I want to get a torn edge here. Although, maybe I'll use my decal scissors. I haven't used them in a long time. If I can find it. There we go. I've got this very fine decal scissors, so let's do that. Then I don't have to mess with tearing it. If I tore it, I think I might want to just moisten the edge a little bit. And then that would give me a little bit easier way to tear it. Oh yeah, I'm going to like that. That's going to be nice. I think these little split card dies make almost anything look better. Every time I ever use it, I just think, it doesn't get much better than that. That's pretty good. That and the little mini pocket. Those are both really cute dies that we have right now. So if you don't have those, you need them. You need to get them. Okay, here's another joke. How did the barber win the race? I love that background. It's hard to pick this other one. I know I'm going to use that one a bunch. How did the barber win the race? This is a good one. These are really good. This is a different dadsjokes.com, and I think these are a higher quality actually than the ones I got off of the internet before. Okay, there we go. Cute. You can do it either way. My tag's pretty big, so I don't know. I'm thinking I might put it on the bottom, and that way I'm going to cover more of this than this. Now, you can start by doing the border, but I think I'm going to start by doing just a little dot on the middle. The one reason this split card one is a little easier to do than the other is it gives you a nice circle spot in the middle of those to put a dab of glue. Just a tiny bit on the edge so I don't get so much sticky finger stuff. But it has to be enough to actually glue. It's looking pretty nice out there. I might be able to go to the park later. I don't know if you've seen my Tri-City Grow Garden page, but there is a witch hazel blooming here. I was so shocked. Like, are you kidding me? In fact, I actually said it out loud when I came across it in the park. Thankfully, I was all by myself. Like, are you kidding me? You're blooming? My goodness. It was called Quasimodo. Not a great title for something that's unexpectedly blooming, or maybe it is. I don't know, but I was stunned. I don't know if it's supposed to bloom at this time of the year, or if it's just the weather here that gets it to do that. I do not know. He cut corners. Oh, that's a good one, Andy. That's very good. That isn't the answer, but that's very good. He knew a shortcut. Okay. So, framed florets. What have we got? Now, using the designer tags, it actually fits every single one of these sentiments. Maybe not that one so much. Let's see if this one would fit it. No, not really. That one's... It's close. It's super close, but not quite. Actually, maybe... Oh man, it's super close. If you're careful with it, you might be able to get that one on there. It's pretty skinny anyway. But anyway, I like all of them. We're going to do wishes for a beautiful birthday. And of course, we're going to have to use that everlasting evergreen. Now, I have the frames out of here. You can see I don't have the frames in here, but I do have the frames. Where did I stick them? Oh, brother, I thought I kept them out. Huh, did I put them away? Fabulous frames. No, not fabulous frames. It's not fancy frames. That's another one that we've got that's pretty nice. Where did you go? I've got designer tags, stylish shapes. Oh, well, I'll find them. They're here somewhere. Because I'm pretty sure I got it out. Because I wanted to make sure I used the actual frames. Oh, well. We'll get to it here in a minute. Let's do wishes for a beautiful birthday. Oh, I didn't clean that very good last time around. Make sure it's going good. Actually, I think I'm going to tuck it down. No, let's do it up here on the top. We'll do it more on the top, and then we'll tuck a flower in there. Oh, there it is. It was hiding under my Simply Chamois. Now, it has this wonderful little heart frame, which is going to be nice for Valentine's Day. But I think this is a nice one, too. I think the one I'm really enchanted with is this lined one, this little lined one. It's cute. We'll do one, and we'll see. I don't even know if I'll use it on this card, but we'll see. Okay. Now, you could take it a fussy cut, you know, and you could fussy cut some of your flowers out, but we're not going to do that. I do want to use this with it. We're going to put this underneath, and I think we'll just stick it right on top of the paper and not bother with my, can I see my, can't really see that all that well. Let's see, what would it look like if I do it? There. No, can't see that very well either. I guess I'm going to just do it on another tack then, because I really want to see all those little flowers. They're so cute. Maybe some Balmy Blue. How about that? Let's do this designer tag with Balmy Blue. So that's this bigger one right there. I think I've got a piece of Balmy Blue. A little scrap. No, I don't. I've been going through a bunch, I guess. Here's a little piece right there. All right, so we'll just get a tiny, tiny little bit of Balmy Blue. See how that looks. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. And then we're gonna put these together. There is a hole punch, you know, right there, or in this top one. I can just use my little hole puncher to punch it through the Balmy Blue. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Need a big one, not too big. That one's way too tiny. You kind of need just the right sized one. All right, and then what we want is Balmy Blue. Where are you? I got everything out except I did not get a piece of Balmy Blue out. And did I use all of our? Surely not. Brother. A lot of times I'm looking for my ribbons while we're doing this. And then afterwards I find the one that I was looking for the whole time. Huh, I don't see the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to have to substitute a sparkly kind of blue one. I do have some Evening Evergreen out, but I kind of wanted to use that differently. Well, we'll use it anyway. And then it's kind of dark. Let's try it with. We're going to go this one and this one. We'll do them together. Okay. Like this. Now this is kind of fat. I might have to get my other hole punch to get this through. It's pretty, doubling it up like that made it really super fat. I think it'll work though. Okay. Get you going in there. I've got like 4 layers to get in. It's not cooperating easily. There we go. All right, now because it is so fat, I gotta be really careful here. I can't just tug. If it was a tiny bit, I could just tug and it would slide nicely, but I don't really want to rip the hole right out, so I'm gonna pull to try to get that little knot a little tighter before I do too much tugging on it. There we go. Try to get my blue separate with that. There we go. Okay, that's better. Very cute. And then we've got this with that. Okay, let's do, I really want some balmy blue. And I can't find any, so I'm going to use this. I think this is Pool Party. I think it's going to be close enough. I think. No, it's not, actually. Dang. Pool Party, no. I need balmy blue. I think I must have used all of the balmy blue. Remember the one that has the... What else do I have? This still looks like Pool Party to me. Yes, it is. Am I wrong, or are there not enough balmy blue ribbons in the catalog? Is it just me thinking that? Well, I do have some soft suede, but that is not, or not soft suede, but that. I have a bunch of I've got a bunch of that old Seaside spray. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Andy. I always forget to tell people to do that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Balmy, what can I do? I don't want to color the ribbon. I can do that, but I hate doing that. I think we have some skinny balmy blue. Really skinny one, but I don't want that. I can see I'm going to have to go to the craft store and get myself some Seaside spray. That's going to have to work. I'm not happy about that. The thing about Stampin' Up! Is that our colors all match, right? With this. Because that is still just not matching, and I need it to match. So I guess I'm needing to buy some balmy blue. I'm sure there's at least one in there, like this kind that I'm putting on right now. There should be one of those in the catalog that's a balmy blue, and I thought I had some, but I don't see it down there. I must have used it all. Usually I have my ribbons for so long that I never reorder them. It's like I ordered those one time. I don't usually have to reorder. But I was wrong about balmy blue. All right, so those are going to go together. Kind of like that. I'm going to stick a dimensional on the back of that, but I better, if I'm going to stamp my flower, I better do that first. All right, so let's put this one away. Hi, Linda. Oh, hey, Freddie. It's nice to see you. Hi, Linda. It's nice to see you, too. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I normally, you might even be there, but I can't see any comments. It seems like half the time. All right, there's this tiny, tiny little flower in here, and I'm not going to have time to probably get to all of these. I'm going to cut this one out just so you can see that it cuts out, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get too carried away with it. Let's color this. That way I can get some good balmy blue on here. Because there needs to be some on this one. Definitely. Getting a little too much evergreen. That stuff's pretty dark. Kind of takes over if you get too much going. Okay, balmy blue. Let's do the dark color first. Little on the edges. Oh man, that's dark. It's looking like it's dark as... Okay, what have we got here? I don't want it to be that dark. Dark seafoam. How about some light seafoam? See if we can lighten up that edge just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Not really. Use my gel pen. And I need to get my blending pen out to get rid of my flub that I've got going right there. Let's see if I can do it. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think I need to put some more alcohol ink in here. Or alcohol blending solution, whatever that's called. Or is it just alcohol? I don't know, but it might just be getting pretty dry. It's kind of getting it. I just have a little flub here. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, now we get those dimensionals on there. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Freddie. Yes. Yesterday to church, I wore black and white. It looked great. Well, I found at Ross Dress for Less a black chiffonish net sort of top that has white crocheted bottom and a little bit on the... Well, I've probably worn it. You've probably seen it. It's one of my favorite tops, but I don't have a lot of stuff. Even though it's black and white, you would think a lot of stuff. I just covered that whole thing. I don't really want to cover the whole thing. I want you to be able to see how pretty this is underneath. So here, let's do it like that. There we go. And anyway, I've been looking for dresses, and I haven't liked the dress styles lately. So I was thrilled yesterday. I've been looking for a new dress just because I haven't bought a new dress in so long. You know, during COVID, why buy a dress? You're not going anywhere, right? I didn't buy a dress for years, it seems like. And so anyhow... Okay, I do think, I don't know, I'm still thinking ribbon. Now I have this, this is our velvet mint macaron that we had a long time ago. And I thought that would look really pretty with this evening evergreen right on it. If it was like on a diagonal, I don't think it's gonna go with this particular, DSP, because there's really not any mint macaron, and if there was more mint in it, I think it might work. And also, this is just getting too fussy, but I do think that would be really pretty. I kind of wanted another bit of ribbon going here on this design. but I'm not seeing it work. So I'm gonna just stick this on here and not do that. Anyway, so I put that on with that dress. It was really cute. I was very happy to find that. Okay, now here's this DSP again. Just this little tiny tag. I would need to cut out some balmy blue maybe to just stiffen it up. It's too flimsy, but that actually wouldn't look too bad sticking in there too. But I wanted to use these little leaves. These are so cute. I might have to save these for that next card. I don't know if I have time to do another one. I might. Let's just we're gonna just tuck one of these in here and call it good on this card. Okay, let me see here. Let's tuck you in here somehow. Where some of it's going up and some of it's not. It's gonna get kind of lost in my evening evergreen on the side, huh? I can't really do much with it this direction. I can't go on the top. Don't really want it on there. Let's look at the other leaf. Where are you? I cut them out and they've kind of gotten all pushed to the side. There's one. Oh, there we go. We can get one. We can tuck one little leaf in here. Maybe even down here, and it will cover up my flub a bit. Let's do that. Let's cover up my flub with that, and then I can just glue it on. No leaves? Oh, no, you're kidding me. I think you're right, Freddie. No leaves is going to look better. Okay, no leaves. All right, now I will come back to that. I do want to cut out one more piece of that DSP and show you. Let's get the leaves out of the way. I am going to use those. Whether you like them or not. I'm going to. Okay, so we've got this paper. I wanted to show you how this cuts out so nicely. So let's just cut around a little bit. Who has the florets, the fitting threads? I bet you don't, because if you're anything like me, you have so many of these flower things, you just didn't need it at all. But the frames, the frames, the frames. You're going to love the fitted frames. Pink. Pink with the green, don't you think? Not this side, this side. Okay. All right, here's another joke for you. What did the nut say? No, we did that one. I thought I was farther along on my list. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Why is Peter Pan always flying? This is kind of a cute one. All right, let's stick that there. There. Let's see if I can find my other cutting plate. Let me put this away before I lose it. Why is Peter Pan always flying? See if anybody can get it. Oh, you're going to order it in January, Linda? Yes, it will be around in January, although they are saying it's just around until January. I think, is it through January or just until? I thought that if it went to January like that, then usually it's in the next catalog. Is that what you're banking on? That this is one that's in the new catalog that'll come out in January, and we can pre-order from it earlier than that. Where's my other cutting plate? I've lost it now. Or did I double stack it up? That's what I did. I double stacked it. It's right here. All right. Oops, it shifted on me. I'm going to move this one there because I think it's a little flatter. in the middle. We'll try it again. I've got a big mess on it. I have to, hopefully nothing weird gets pressed onto it. It's going to be in the new catalog and the matching Christmas sentiment stamps. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Are you talking about these? Is it these, Linda? Framed and Festive? Is that why I have this set? Is it came with this framed florets? I don't even keep track of what I order very well, apparently. All right, I think this is barely gonna, it's kind of gonna miss this leaf, but it won't really work for this one. So I am gonna cut this out, and then I'll just get rid of that extra leaf. It's not gonna cut out quite right. That way I get this one too, because I'm gonna want to use that one. Okay, thank you, Linda. That, I was wondering. I really like this one. This is a nice set. That must be another reason why I even got this set, was because there's actually some Christmas stuff to it. So I could use it through Christmas, because I was thinking, I didn't order as many Christmas sets this year as I normally do. And I was thinking, what in the world am I going to show all the way through Christmas this year? Kind of at a loss. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, we're going to keep that. I think we might use that one. Let's get rid of this leaf that I've sort of cut a bit off of. Stick that on there. And this background it almost looks like a so saffron. It's not really vanilla. So I don't know if my white's gonna look as good. Let's see what else I've got. I might have a very vanilla circle, and if I don't, then I might have to use a different tag. Ooh, this is a nice tag. Nice and big. It's like this year. Yeah, I do have decorated with happiness. Uh-oh, if I'm frozen, I hope my camera battery is not going dead. It could be. It is. I am frozen. Why? That is weird. Hopefully I'm unfrozen now. I do not know what's going on. Okay, framed florets. We're going to stick with this one, and we will do on... Now, you probably didn't even hear what I said. So this is tailor-made tags is what this one is. And yes, I do have the happiness bundle. I thought I had done that one already. Let's do for a special person on a special day. That's going to fit in here really nicely. I think. Yes, it does. My battery's probably running down. I better get going here and get done. Polished pink. Let's try you. That's gonna be cute. I like that. It might even be good with this. Let's see. How is this frame gonna fit in there? It'll go good. Let's do that. I think I'm freezing a lot. I hope not. Oh, good. I hope we're on now. All right. So this, if we're going to do this, maybe we will go with petal pink. That must be with this background. is in the DSP. This must be Petal Pink. All right, so let's drag that over. Let me put this up. Put some things out of the way. Like this. Let's see, Petal Pink. Piece I need about that big, and then that'll still give me plenty to work with. There we go. Still got a bunch of scraps of paper all over it. Okay. Where are we? Why is Peter Pan always flying? Andy must have left us. She's the one that always has these answers. Okay, you know what, Linda? It wasn't you. I think it was me. I don't know why, but flying commit is not very good. And it used to be, I don't know, it just goes through cycles. I have no idea why it's good and why it's not. Some days it's not bad. You save this when you do it. It has these nice little lines. Very nice. I don't know that I'm going to want to use it, but it might not be bad if you're doing a different color frame. But I think we're going to just do it like this. And stick this on here like this. And, you know, I'm not really thrilled with that. Let's stick you underneath. I'm not. Maybe we will use this in the frame. So let me cut this out and let's try that. Let's see, but if I do that, that won't really work. I need that to be the background. I actually kind of like this better without. I think we'll just do that. We'll do a longer skinny card. I might not even have to do a longer skinny card if I trim it. I really wanted to use some green in here. That's why I cut out these leaves, but this is not going to go with green. And my other DSPs that we've got in this pack, I don't think I will want those with it either. Let me check them really quick. So Peter Pan is always flying because he is in Neverland, you know. If you're a Peter Pan fan, you'd like it. There's a nice soft succulent, but I'm just not seeing a good backdrop for it to get my evening evergreen in here. It's just not coming together for me. So we're going to just do this. Put away some of my mess. Oh, that's right, my flower. Maybe that will help here. Yeah, it does a lot, actually. Okay, good. You're in. Andy, you didn't have that one. I thought you'd be all over that one. Why don't astronomers like Orion's belt? This is a good one. This is more my kind of joke. Okay, let's see what our dimension is here. This is a little more than 5 3/4. So let's cut you down some. How much can we get rid of you? We really can't get rid of much of you. So we're going to just make an odd-sized card. We'll stick with that. And we'll just cut the paper here, this cardstock, to match this one. This is not going to be a slim card. It's going to be a modified one. I think my edge is crooked, so let's straighten that out first of all. Why don't astronomers like Orion's belt? Now you could just do almost any size, but I just trimmed it down to 3 3/4 by 5 7/8. And so this is going to be 3 1/2 by about 6. Let's just do it at 6. This is going to be a very odd shaped card. Unless you do another layer. We might do another layer. I'll think about it as we're going. Orion, they don't like Orion's belt because, let's see if you guys got any of these. It's a big waste of space. W-A-I-S-T. Anything that has, it's a joke. That sounds like a joke the kids at school, my upper level ones, like 5th and 6th graders, they would have really liked that one. Anything that, in those days, when you were allowed to make fun of yourself, I don't even know if you'd be able to, but they always got a riot out of fat jokes that I might tell because I could. I weighed a lot. I was making them about myself. So they loved that because they weren't around many adults that were fine with making fun of themselves, apparently. Okay, so there's some polished pink. Let's layer it on that. That's gonna give me some space for my little frame that I like. And it will bring my card out to a little bit more of a typical size. This is 3 3/4, and now we're going to have to go to 6 1/4. So I'm just going to kind of go out a little bit there and see if that's big enough. Plenty. In fact, I could trim it off a bit, but I'm not gonna. I think we'll just leave it like that. Oh, notcha big enough. That's a good one, Andy, because it's notcha big enough. I like that. That's very funny. You're good at playing with words. Here's one you might think of. What do you call a hippie's wife? Okay, this is a state-related joke. What do you call a hippie's wife? And it's state-related, if that makes sense. It's you could say there's a connection to a state. And the answer, if that helps, what do you call a hippie's wife? All right, there we go. This is cute. I like this frame. Now there is that other, where's my frame? No, not that. Although let's peek and see how that looks in there. No, I don't like that, but it's cute. Not this frame, but the other one that comes with this set. You know, right now I have so much stuff all over my desk. I can't, because I have like 3 sets going here all at once. It's this one right here. I know you've seen the heart one. Free for all is good, but I'm giving you a bigger hint because you're going to get this one. This one actually has a state name in the answer. This heart frame is wonderful. And I was going to use it today, but I'm just not getting to it. This one is smaller, and I thought it might sneak inside here. It just might. Let's do our petal pink with that and see what that looks like. Okay, it's got a state name in it. What do you call a hippie's wife? Okay. It's a state pretty close to me right now, actually. But it is not Missouri. Okay, this. You call hippie's wife Mississippi. 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 That's a good one, right? Okay, let's try it and see what that looks like. Okay, remember, if you order this set, use my host code. Every order, you get a free pack of cards. Right now, it's almost a guarantee for sure you'll get some Christmas cards in there. You might get 5. I doubt if you'll get more than 5 Christmas cards. You'll probably get 10 cards altogether, but probably just 5 Christmas cards. I'm not sure how many I have to spare at this moment. See, I think inside, if I do this like this, this is going to give this frame something a little more substantial to stick on. Because I don't want a whole lot of stuff to show, and I don't really want it just flat against either. But I just need something a little bit more oomph to stick to. So we're going to go ahead and put, I think there's enough room, barely. I think I can do this. Now you can cut multiple frames if you want them thicker and easier to work with. If you cut 3 of these and glued all 3 together, it's going to almost give you like a little chipboard frame. And yeah, it's easier to work with as far as just getting it to stand up on top of your card. But the problem is that it's hard to do that and have all these little holes line up. Really hard. Okay, it's not quite big enough on the bottom. It's close. It's very close. Okay, very good. That's better. Now that's not giving me a lot of extra there, but it's just giving me enough that I've got a better space to put my dimensionals on, to stick that onto that card. And I can put a little bit here on the frame and a little bit on the bigger frame. That'll help it hold on to it a bit better as well. Oops, that stuck right to the nail. Okay, did you like that one, Mississippi? How do you tell the difference between, this is a good one. How do you tell the difference? Don't tell me anything literal. How do you tell the difference between a bull and a cow? But I don't want to hear anything about its body parts. How do you tell the difference between a bull and a cow? This is the kind of joke you can't tell kids for sure. They'd be happy to tell you all about it. Okay. Happy to. I just realized, Jeff and I just realized last night that on our Discovery Channel that we have only to watch BattleBots on, has those Hometown series on it, which I did not realize. We love that Hometown series. It's so fun. The Mississippi one made me think of that. Okay, the way you tell a bull from a cow, well, it's got to be either one or the udder. Ta-da! That's a little drum roll there. Udder. That's pretty good. That's a good one. It's not a ha-ha-ha or hilarious, but it's still not bad. Okay, so we'll stick this right here in the middle. Like that. Oops, it didn't quite get to the middle, but it's close. We'll stick you there. I did not cut out any pink ribbon, of course. And my scissors are, I have 3 pairs all over my desk somewhere here. And we've got, probably want some petal pink, I think. I've got this gold edged petal pink that's really pretty. Tuck few in there. What did one plate say to another? This is good. What did one plate say to another? Mm-hmm. Okay. There and there. Dinner is on me. Now we're going to be saying that tonight because Jeff's brother and his sister-in-law are coming to visit us. And so since I'm doing this intermittent fasting and 1 meal a day, we're going to see how that works out. Now, this lady who told me all about it, she said that it works out easier for her because she can actually go out and eat because she's only eating the 1 time a day. Well, for me, generally, it doesn't really matter. I wonder if I hid my... Nah, what do you think? I like the pale one on top and the darker one on the bottom. What do you think? You could do just 1, and that's pretty too. Maybe I'll just do 1. I do kind of like 2. But we'll just do 1. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll depend on where we go and eat. Some places are a lot easier to resist than others. Have you ever been to Cheddar Scratch Kitchen? Oh man, it's really good. I actually think I prefer it over Cracker Barrel, and that's a big reach. Okay, so here we go. We did several tags. We did those designer tags, and we did the tailor-made tags, and these are our framed floret frames. And then I colored some DSP for you today. Isn't that pretty? All right, so that is what we are working on right now, right? Christmas, throwing in some regular stuff here and there just to keep us sane, because you go on Christmas so long, it gets a little bit tiresome. And what's my answer for that one? Let me peek. Oh yeah, I did it. Dinner is on me. Yay. All right, you guys have a wonderful week. Next week, my brother-in-law is still going to be here. And we might actually even be doing something that day. I'm not really sure. We're going to try to go down to Silver Dollar City sometime. They have all their Christmas lights up now. It should be really nice. And Jeff and I haven't seen that because last Christmas, it was like we were just still new here in the house. So, and I think the weather's, I don't know, it's really nice right now. And I think last year at this time during November, it was not so nice. So this year we should be able to get out just a little bit more. All right. Yeah, framed florets. You're going to really like this stamp set. I'm going to be really excited to see what you guys make with it. And I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day. And don't blow away in the wind, Andy. Keep everything tied down. Here, it gets windy here too. Not like the Tri-Cities, but still. Obviously, any place where there's tornadoes, you can get some wind. So I'm not doing any arbors, I don't think. I think I'm trying to stay away from those here. They are a little hard to keep secure. And then when we put out our nativity scene this year, they did fine out in our front yard last year, but that's because I had them really close to the house. And this year, I've got all that cement out there in front now, and they would really slide around. I won't be able to tie them down. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. We'll see. They're going to be out there somewhere. We'll figure it out. And anyhow, I think that's it. All at the Crow House, all the excitement. And I will see you next week. Bye.